As we have seen in the preceding videos that how we can calculate median for discrete as well as continuous frequency distribution, we should know the merit as well as demerit as well, so that we can know from in which data we can use median and in which kind of stuffs, what are the pros and cons which will make our calculation very easy. Now the first is very quite obvious that median is very easy to calculate, because in case of discrete frequency distribution, you can just calculate median just by seeing the data, right? Similarly, in case of in the second merit, you can see that you can visibly calculate median when the graph is given. Let's just suppose the ogive, you can make the ogive. This is the graph of the ogive. I'm just making it as a rough. So this cross section, this cross is nothing but the median. So in this way you can get the value of median. Okay. Now in the third merit, it's very obvious, and I won't say it's obvious because in case of incomplete information, you can calculate median. Because what is median? Median is the middlemost value, correct? So it doesn't depend on the first class as well as the last class. And what is open-end classes? In case of open-end classes, the lower limit of the first class is not given. Similarly, it might happen that the upper limit of the last class will also be not given, right? So in order to calculate median, you don't need to have the full data, right? So in this way, you can see, just like mean, it's not that you need to have the full data for calculating median, correct? Now in the fourth merit, you can see it's not affected by extreme values. Let's just see, we have data like this. Suppose we have 500. Okay, so can our median get changed? No, median is 3 itself. So whenever you have a data when 1 or 2 observations are quite high, you can calculate the median in order to calculate the central tendency, which is median is one of the measure of central tendency, correct? So you don't need to be worried about the extreme values. Now the fifth merit is very important in case of median. It is perfect for qualitative data. What is qualitative data? Qualitative data represents the quality of the data. If the data represents some kind of quality, then it's qualitative data. Let's just suppose the data is given for the most intelligent students of your class. Not most intelligence, the intelligence level of the students are arranged in the ascending order, right? So you can rank the students according to the data that has been given, correct? So in order to rank them, or in order to calculate who has the highest intelligence, suppose you have been given the marks of their, right? So you can calculate the qualitative data itself. So here comes the demerit of median. The first demerit is it is not based on all observation. Let's just suppose you have a data like this. Does this median value ever can represent this particular value? No. Whenever you have extreme values or different kind or volatility in the data, you can't calculate the median, or median is not the best measure of central tendency because you have a higher volatility. Secondly, it is not based on all observation. So in this case, when you have higher volatility, geometric mean is the perfect one. Okay. Now in the second demerit, you can see median cannot be given further algebraic treatment. What is algebraic treatment? Like, you can manipulate it accordingly, right? According to the data that has been given. In case of arithmetic mean, you can calculate weighted arithmetic mean, correct? But can you in case of median? Absolutely no. So here comes the demerit. The third demerit is very obvious. Like, in the first step of median is you have to arrange in ascending order as well as descending order. So when you have a large data, can you can you not, or is it possible for you to arrange it? No, because you have a huge data in front of you. So it's not possible to arrange it in an ascending as well as descending order. Now, the fourth is unrealistic assumption. Now, as you have seen my video of continuous frequency distribution, as you haven't, then you have to click the I button right now. What we have assumed that the distribution is uniformly distributed. But is it possible in real life? Absolutely no. We can have data where the distribution is not uniformly distributed. So in that case, you can't calculate median. So here are the mean merits as well as the demerits of the median. I just hope you liked my video. Give a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the further notification. Bye bye. I am signing off now. Thank you very much for watching.